The 7 deadly sins. What makes one happy, and how do the 7 deadly sins and heavenly virtues reflect that? Does greed make you feel fulfilled, or would you rather be generous? Having a little greed does no harm, but on a larger scale, that same greed might lead to a third world war. As the saying goes, history repeats. Generosity, on the other hand, is always seen as a great thing. But does it really make you happy to constantly be generous, leaving nothing for yourself? Being generous is good for others, but having some greed and getting what you want, as long as it doesn't go too far and starts to bother others, shouldn't be frowned upon. Being greedy only becomes a problem when you start to take things from others. Does envy make you content, or are you more fit with gratitude? Does envying the people close to you for things that they have or can do, which you don't, make you happy? Would that really solve your problems? Do you really have to be grateful for everything, even when there's things that you wish you had? Holding envy towards others isn't something that should be encouraged. It can ruin any relationship you have for the smallest reasons. Dante defined envy as a desire to deprive others of theirs. Is pride something to be proud of, or should it be kept at a minimum? Pride is often seen as a good thing nowadays, but is it really? Should you be proud of that? Too much pride will only lead you to believe to be better than others, while too little pride can be a sign of weakness. Too little pride can lead to a low self-esteem. Dante's definition of pride was love of self perverted to hatred and contempt for one's neighbor. Should you give in to sloth, or should you be more diligent to your work? Anyone's had a moment where they felt lazy, or didn't want to do the things they should, but that isn't so bad, right? Everyone needs the time to calm down and take a break from their jobs or schoolwork. Of course, this doesn't mean you can just live without taking care of yourself. Should you give in to your lust? Lust will probably not be seen as a harmful sin, as if it just means that Christianity doesn't want people to have sex, but it's there for the heinous acts that are committed by people that can't get enough of it. These felonies can't and shouldn't be justified. Is your wrath truly justified, or should you just stay patient and calm? There's much hatred and wrath in today's world. People won't listen to each other. Everyone's too busy believing that the other side is wrong, or to even try to understand each other. There's very few people that would just take a second to think through what they say to others over the internet and in real life. Love of justice perverted to revenge and spite. Do you have insatiable gluttony, or should you be more moderate? Gluttony isn't always bad, and it can make you happy, but the effects of it are definitely negative. Obesity is one of the biggest problems in first world countries, as fast food joint after fast food joint opens up everywhere near you. Moderation is very important with food. Eat too much and you get overweight, eat too little and you get underweight. Nowadays there's more than enough food available for anyone with the money to buy it. Stores and restaurants everywhere. This makes it harder and harder not to just indulge in all kinds of food. The food industry doesn't help either, constantly making and advertising new products. Any sin can be as good or even better than a virtue if kept in moderation. Do too little or too much and it becomes a detriment to you yourself and the people around you. Giving into sin might get you the things you want, but get too much through committing sins and you just might lose everything else. While being virtuous is great for the people around you, it does not equal to happiness. Staying true to virtue only makes others happy. Of course, making others happy is also a valid form of happiness, and it can definitely make you happy. Happiness is arguably the most important part of leading a good life. So why do people still do things that will make them unhappy? Is that because we look at happiness wrong? Or is it because that's human nature? There are many forms of happiness, and everyone just has to find their own.